Well, I wanted to bring up something without any external notice. This is just a reminder that you do not live on a spinning earth ball. This is, well, you can call it satanic, but it's a made up thing by the custodian race. Okay, this is not for educational purposes. This does not exist. It's fake. It's fake. But very well thought of, But I wanted to bring up the book today, because in the book, in the page 73, I believe, but we'll come to that. We'll come to that. On book, the mic works. 1, 2, 3. Yes, on the side on the page 94. Well, I'll take it from here. The battle is real, and it is internal. The spiritual growth will set us free. Resist. Freedom is coming. Trust. We are waiting to free you all. Okay, so you are enslaved here in the center of the universe, the known lands. Okay, but then I think to myself, who and what is going to do this? Free us all. Is it Trump? Is it Trump? Can it be Trump? Because the universe forces have united. Okay, listen to me. United to crush the force of the parasites. Okay, this is the universe behind me in the picture. This is just a picture to make you understand. It's approximately looking like this. They got it all together. You know, all the circle environments, 178 circle environments. There's no planets. Forget it. Just to make you understand how it works. So these worlds, circle environments, got together to more or less eliminate the colonizing races, and the war is going on here in the center of the universe. It's here in the center, the known lands. The war is going on in the Middle East. Okay, the fascist in Ukraine, that's the Anunnaki, and the satanic in the Iran. Okay, forget what you heard. It's just a cover-up. Your mind isn't ready yet. You believe in some bullshit, you know, because you can't, because your media is running the show. And who runs the media? The custodians. You know, but it will all soon be explained. So I think to myself, you know, who and what is going to set us free? 4 minutes. Free us, as it says here, waiting to free you all. I believe it can be Trump, because if you follow Trump, no one knows what he's really doing. You know, he's attacking, he's bombarding, you know, taking over oil. you know. But do you really believe in these children that was targeted, 178 children, innocent children in Iran? Do you really believe? Do you really believe that happened? Really? I'm not so sure. I don't know. I can't tell too much, you know. I know that it will reveal itself in time, but it's too soon yet. It's not over yet. Okay. This was an interesting sentence. Going on, going further. This one is great too. We had also made a remarkable improvements in the air that was breathed, and on the basis of all, the laboratory created diseases. This is the custodians doing. Okay? We were only a few survivors of the new humanity crossing the ice walls. I'm shivering, man. Goosebumps. Moving on. This is on page 93. The sun was falling, and with it another day without liberating, the paradise turned into a prison called Earth. How many people had to die waiting? You're a prison planet. Okay? There's a lot of things happen on Mars, colonized by, I thought it was the Custodians at first, but it was the Anunnaki. Of the last humanity, the first human to be, I know you know this person, you recognize the name, to visit them, of the last humanity, the first human to visit them, Mars, South Ice Walls, was Richard Byard. Okay, Richard Byard. In one of the last of his last expeditions crossing ice South Pole, obviously commanded and helped by custodial leader Nimrod. You maybe recognize that name too. Several soldiers of U.S. Navy and some invited leaders to secret societies, some of them famous politicians, managed to cross the passage that is known today with his name, probably Richard Byard. Moving on. This chapter explains how Mars is and who actually lived there before they took their life, because they realized that bondage was their life, you know. So death is better than bondage everywhere and anytime. So that's what we're living here in known lands in the center of the universe. Bondage. You pay to live. Are you serious? We pay to live. 90 minutes. That's exactly what you're doing. You're paying to live. There's no words. Its lands were considered one of the most fertile about Mars. Okay, it was the first dome where the Anunnaki. That's your ancient aliens, by the way. where the Anunnaki were able to penetrate and colonize. These lands thereby harbored a great variety of life, and vegetation was abundant, and it is the circle with the greatest variety of animals, flora, and fauna known. Okay, I ended up underlining every sentence. It's just so. And then if you look up the book, if you look up to ending up looking up to the book, you will only say, oh, it's just CGI, and just nothing. But they are labeling it because they do not want you to read it. Okay, this is your freedom. Your history is in this book, because the parasites are hiding your history. They are deleting it. 11 minutes. I wanted to go to page 73. Explaining the grays, Orion, lands of Orion and the grays. Okay, this book is, this is just some shivering, man. Zeta reticuli. This race has been colonized since almost their beginning by the Anunnaki, which are so 4 meters long in height. Okay, it's too much. I will move on. I want to come to this page. I believe it was 70. Well, the chapter is called Manipulation in the Known Lands. That's the center of the universe, by the way, where you live. Your Earth. There were so many bacteria and viruses that had been manipulated and created for different purposes by the custodians that it was difficult to count. In fact, it was known that the plan was still going on every year to continue creating new ones. So they are all viruses are made in laboratory. Forget what you believe and have heard. This is the shit. Get into it. They had people infiltrating the lands who passed information every so often. I'll try to pronounce these words spiritually and introspection were fundamental and very taught from childhood. They were part of education, first going through spiritual growth and then moving on to the rest. They tried not to have an image of themselves, since the mind could deceive them, imagining that they were something or someone for others, then in reality they would be based on subjectivity of others, not having an image, not living from two fundamental pieces of a puzzle, destined for for such growth. They called it the death of an ego. It's when they trying to manipulate humanity's mind, I believe. But it was not that. First to know oneself, and then to know the world around them. Okay. Since they have moved, it's not this, but since they moved from one place to another, is the custodians using portals, and also almost never had long stays in the lands, but returned to theirs, always leaving some leaders guarding. We are up 16 minutes. I did not find what I was looking for, but I brought up some other interesting stuff. This is the book of the custodians. I have a better picture, close up. They also have a firewall and an ice wall. They figured out that to stop their bodies to grow, they need to create an environment, some kind of void that doesn't make your body age. So I guess that's how they did it, with hot and cold. But that's what they're doing. And you are enslaved in the circle, in the center of the universe called Earth. You even believe in this spinning Earth. You should be ashamed of yourself, trusting the media. But this is it for today. 17 minutes. But I believe it was something about yes. It was mainly the resets who created the pyramids. It was the custodians, and your scientist will never say this, never. And what they are for, I'll cut to the point here. They are created to reset every time they wanted. That's what they're for. They are generators, huge generators. Okay? And they are being created by the Anunnaki to control the environment, so they could easily reset with the earthquakes, But this is the reality we live in. This is the truth. I can swear on it, because you have to read it yourself, and you will know automatically. You will understand everything and who you are. Most important thing, you have to know who you are and why. Look, flat earth t-shirt, man. Yeah. Like a real man. Yeah. So they are hiding freedom. They're hiding freedom. It's exactly what they're doing. 20 minutes soon. I passed the 15 minutes mark. Yes. After when they notice that you have come to a certain level of intelligence and awareness, they have to reset, and they do it with these pyramids. Okay, that's what the pyramids are for. And they lie and they lie and they lie through media because they know you're watching. That's why they say you have to shut off the TV. Shut it off. It's only lies. And work on your spirituality. They do not want you to know there's a world after death, life after death. That's where you live actually. This is just a momentum. But because we humans have to go through a human experience. In this body, you're stuck. Very interesting is for information. But you get to this understanding when you read this book, and the book of the evil, the custodians, and about the soul. Nothing else is important than this. You have to know who you are and who has you under their control. The parasites, the Anunnaki and the custodians, who only want to lie to you and drain you of your energy. This is the truth. But you have to want to know. And as I said once before, I can only lead you to the door. But you're the one that has to open it. If you want. But of course you want. If it's your life, it's your history, it's your future. Preacher, teacher, sixth grade teacher. And it's just too many things going on, Human looking beings. They're not human. They're created to look like human. Or also bots, clones, half man, half woman, look like shit in the face, Who's going to stop that? That's just a fraction of what's going on. I should go now. It's enough. Thank you. You have to awaken. You have to want.